What's up, all you tender morsels? Welcome back to the Freedom Podcast. I'm Adrienne Rose. And as usual, I am 100% totally perplexed by what the actual F is going on in society. The other day, I came across the Tuah girl. I try to shield myself as much as possible from pop culture, and sometimes it's just totally unavoidable. I have no desire to participate in anything like this, but it's just thrust into our faces and shoved down our throats. I try to avoid pop music. I never want to hear fucking Beyonce's Country Road, whatever. But yet, I know the first couple lines of that because every time I walk into a department store or something, it's playing. And it's the same when it goes for like viral reels, Kardashians, whatever's going on in that realm, like Hollywood, celebrity, gossip, drama. I have zero desire to participate in the general dumbing down, decline, devolution of our society. I think we're headed in a terrible direction, in my humble opinion. I think that we should just, I don't know, I'm ready for like a good biblical flush, like a giant toilet, just flush it all down. So recently, the Tuah girl was at the Hard Rock right near my house. And I just saw it on my Instagram. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, legendary performers come here, and legendary comedians and amazing performers from around the world come here to perform. And they had the Tuah girl there doing some kind of, like, I don't know if it was a bikini contest or something. She was a judge, celebrity judge for something. This is a girl who talked about spitting on a dick. We're hoisting a woman into fame and riches for literally doing nothing. And I have been against pop culture, celebrity, icon idolization from as long as I can remember, since the Kardashians came out. I remember just being vehemently opposed to people being famous for doing nothing. I don't know what the obsession is. I think it's a symptom of low IQ. Because when you lack independent thought, you easily can get swept in hive mind thinking and just become one of the herd. This phenomenon is so interesting. If you guys have seen the movie Idiocracy, I quote it often. I'm always referring to that because I really think that that was a documentary predicting our future. I mean, just every day when I leave the house, I realize how well the fluoride is working. You just get that fluoride stare where people can't conceive of the things that you're telling them. And I love the Tool song Anima. We just need to rinse it and flush it all away and start fresh, because things are not working out well for humanity. And if you talk about this, if you say this out loud, like, you are ostracized. My God, the things that people say, grown men, it's never women, by the way. It's only grown men, grown in body, not in mind, who attack me. And the shit that they say to me is just unreal. So this chick, the Tuah girl, she was at the Hard Rock by my house the other day, and I saw it. I commented on the Hard Rock's post, and I was just like, really? Like, imagine a society so broken that elevate a girl into fame and riches for spitting on a dick. That's it. Like, the fact that we live in a world, in a dimension where Marcus Aurelius existed, and the great philosophers of the time, and Stoicism, and these great works of art, we still have these beautiful symphonies that were conducted, and these gorgeous, like the Taj Mahal took 22 years to construct, and a man made that for a woman he was in love with. Like, we have all of these great works of art, like the Sistine Chapel, that still exists today. All of this beauty that people have used their God-given beautiful minds and hearts and souls to create. And this is where we are in society. Talking about a woman who's now famous. She has a team. She has a whole PR team, publicists, managers, you name it, for spitting on a dick. I made this comment, so I was like, imagine elevating a woman into fame and riches for spitting on a dick, right? And like, all of these incel cuckold simps started, grown men in body, not in mind and IQ, grown men started attacking me. I can't imagine a time where grown men would celebrate being manipulated by women. Like, sex work is the oldest profession in the world. It takes zero thought, IQ, talent. It takes zero effort to use your genitals to manipulate men. Anybody could do that. Like, chimpanzees in a zoo jerk off and throw feces at each other and laugh and think it's funny. Like, to me, elevating somebody for using like toilet humor and crude humor and sex work is like the most commonplace, lowbrow, pedestrian, peasant level thinking. It's peasantry. I have no problem with toilet humor, right? Like, my family and friends, you should see like our Christmas parties when everybody gets together and gets drinking and stuff. Like, yes, it's total scalawag, rapscallion behavior. And that's all well and good. I'm all for that. But I don't think any of us deserve a fucking medal for it. Oh, I don't think anybody deserves to be elevated into the stratosphere for talking about boobs, butts, dicks, farts. Like, I just think that that's such lowbrow. We can do better than that. And as for like the guys who attack somebody for speaking the truth, first of all, the further a society drifts from the truth, the more it will hate those that speak it. I love that quote. I say it often. And it is so true. Like, I'm merely a woman who's pointing out, hey, guys, I think you should raise your expectations. I think you should raise your standards. I think that you deserve better than that. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret, guys. You might not know this. Maybe you do. Maybe you are a man who thinks independently and is capable of cultivating and articulating an intelligible thought. But if you guys have never been made aware of this, every single woman on the planet is born knowing exactly how to manipulate a man with her sexuality. Every single woman. Doesn't matter if they're smart, stupid, fat, skinny, in between, ugly, beautiful, whatever. Every single woman knows what I'm talking about. Like, my girlfriends who are conscious thinkers too, like we've had conversations about this at great length. Like, throughout our years of healing, I've been in the holistic alternative emotional healing space for like the past 20 years. And I remember one of my best girlfriends and I having this discussion like 20 years ago. And she's like, yeah, I'm really working on not manipulating men anymore. And I'm like, oh my God, that's great. I never believed in that. But yeah, that's fantastic that you're aware of it and you're working on cutting that behavior out because it's super toxic. And guys, if you will allow yourself to get sucked into thirst traps like that, women know exactly what they're doing. They're stealing from you or you're volunteering it. Either way, you're losing. You're the cuckold in the situation. You're the simp. If you're sitting online liking pictures of females, deliberately trying to suck your seed dry, your metaphorical seed, you're losing, dude. Like, you need to raise some standards, get some self-esteem. If you're not paying for like an OnlyFans or porn or something like that, you're paying in other ways. You're paying with your attention. Because our attention is a form of currency. It's actually the highest form of currency. And when you allow a woman to carry on like that, stealing from you, you're wasting your beautiful God-given energy. Like, do you think that you were reincarnated and put on this planet with your beautiful mind and your gorgeous heart and your beautiful soul and all of the God-given ability that was instilled in you, in your DNA? Do you think that your true life purpose is to scroll through Instagram and Facebook and give likes to random thoughts who are never, ever going to give you the time of day? Like, you may think that you're getting the excitement of seeing a half-naked woman or hearing her talk about, something foul. You might think that you're benefiting from that, but I can promise you that it is only contributing to the downfall of not only your life, but to us as a civilization altogether. It takes zero thought, zero skill, zero talent to use sex to manipulate men, right? And guys, you're constantly being preyed upon. Even with porn, I never used to have a problem with porn. I did not care. I've always been libertarian about shit like that. I'm not a jealous woman. I never have been. There were a couple guys who attacked me and said that I was just jealous of the Tuah girl. Okay, so let me just address that real quick. First of all, jealousy is when somebody has something that you want or value. I don't value lowbrow stupidity. I don't value low class country bumpkins who have to talk about hawking loogies on a man's penis. That's not what I value. I value class and grace and charm. Like I grew up watching Grace Kelly. She was gorgeous. I loved all these beautiful, like 1930s, 40s, elegant women. That was timeless. Class, sophistication, etiquette, charm, using your wit, using your intellect to crack jokes. I value observational humor. I value being truthful and coming forth with clean energy and good karma. I value taking care of people and uplifting them and giving as much as you can. There's two kinds of people in this world. There are givers and takers. I'm a giver. I want to leave you with something. I want to leave you feeling better. The women who are thirst trapping online, those are takers. They're trying to siphon your energy. They're like, me, 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 give to me, look at me, look at me. And the difference between a woman who is just celebrating herself, like with a bikini pic, which I have a couple on my Instagram, is I'm not trying to take anything from anybody. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't want your fucking money. I have my own. I'm basically retired, like all self-made. Thank you very much. I don't need anything from you. My only goal here and my only interest is to help uplift others. I want to help make people feel better about themselves and the world around them. I share my art. All of that's free too, by the way. I don't charge anything. I'm not trying to sell anybody or take anything from you. I'm trying to leave you better than when I found you. Now, there's the other type of person who wants to sell you something. They want to take from you. They want to siphon your energy. They're energy vampires. And their energy is me, me, me. Look at me. How can I get something? I want your attention. I want to take. So that's the biggest difference. Like, I would never be jealous of somebody like that because they don't possess a single fucking quality that I find valuable. Number two reason how I know that I'm not jealous of somebody like that is because I'm a massive introvert. Like I have always been a Sigma female. I'm super self-sufficient. I've always preferred my own solitude and my own company versus that of a crowd. I've never wanted fame. Every time I have a big event, I almost always want to cancel it. I don't because I have integrity and I will always keep my word and commit to something that I have agreed to. And once I get there, it's amazing. And I end up meeting like the best people. But I personally struggle with going out in public. I don't like being in the spotlight. I like making art. I like singing and making music, but I don't necessarily love performing because when I'm in public, it opens me up to douchebags. Like that's why I stay away from crowds because I don't have anything in common with the vast majority of the public space. Too people-y out there. But yeah, it's funny. There were a couple simps online who went on all my pictures and started attacking me. And like the insults sucked too, by the way. Like my fucking 3-year-old niece could talk shit better than these grown men. But yeah, it just blows my mind that guys would fight so hard to defend a woman who only wants to take. And I'm not just talking about the Hawk Tuah girl. And I think, you know, I've heard her speak and she seems sweet. I'm sure, you know, when I was 21, if I was out drinking with my girlfriends, I could easily see one of my girlfriends saying some stupid shit like that. And I would have laughed. It's not that you can't crack jokes and you can't laugh at stupid shit like that. I'm not above that. I'm just saying, does this woman deserve to be raised to the level of status that we've now given her? All the people that are famous, almost all of the people that we value and put on pedestals do not deserve the fame and recognition that they have. A really great example of this is that famous violinist who was selling shows for like $4,000 a ticket or something like that. Don't quote me. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he was performing on the New York subway before one of his shows, and every single person in the subway walked right past him and ignored him. And it's just an example of like the sheep hive mind herd thinking that we have in our culture, where I guarantee you, if he would have had 5 people around him being oh my God, taking pictures, taking selfies with him. I can't believe it's him. Everybody else would have been on their phones, joining in, looking up this guy, seeing who he was, telling their friends and family, you'll never believe what happened to me. But because he was just a random guy, playing beautiful music, playing a violin, nobody cared. And there are scientific studies too that back this, that when somebody else says something is popular, it encourages the people who are incapable of independent thought, all the conformists, all the herd. It leads all the lemmings off the cliff to jump on that bandwagon. There are those who are born to follow and those who are born to lead. Some people are followers and they have to be told what to think and what is cool and what is popular. So you'll never see me following any fashion trend or any trend whatever for that matter. I was the one in high school that was like, Building 7 didn't fall. Building 7 didn't get hit by a plane. Like, my teachers constantly were kicking me out of class, even though they liked me and I liked them too. I've always been an independent thinker. That's why I didn't freak out during COVID, because, okay, well, let's like rationally analyze this and pick this apart. I've never been one to just jump off a cliff because everybody else was doing it. We are so hyper advanced in so many ways in our society that it's beautiful, the technology and where AI is going, and we have these brilliant minds. And yet people are still stuck in the sex trap and the thirst traps. When is it time that we level up, guys? I think it's time that we call each other up. I don't know. I believe we deserve better. I believe that we're capable of more than this. What an embarrassment. Like, if aliens landed on our planet right now and that's the best, and they just looked at our pop culture, that's the best we have to offer. Wow, they're still obsessed with spitting on dicks. They're still obsessed with throwing their own feces at each other. I would be so embarrassed of my culture, my society, like, to be an American. I'm sure she's a very nice girl. I think she's just young and stupid. That's fine for her, but do we need to give this woman a platform? Not when there are so many brilliant minds out there, so many brilliant poets and writers and thinkers and artists and creatives, like, who have something to say. Stop giving these people who have nothing to say a platform. Again, monkeys in the zoo can use toilet humor to amuse themselves. I think we deserve better. Adrian's final thought. Let me know what you guys think. Does this woman deserve a platform? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe I'm just an asshole. Let me know what you guys think. Cheers. Have a beautiful day. Tuah.